Do you like Apex Legends? How about Rainbow Six Siege? Or maybe you are a fan of Counter-Strike? Well, pay attention because I have the product for you. Introducing highguard, a game that stole the souls of all of these games to gain their life force. But was it truly successful? Find out now on Quack or Whack. highguard is a 3v3 or a 5v5 shooter where the goal is to destroy the enemy base. Let me run you through the tutorial real quick. At first, the game gives you the most basic lesson in gaming that almost every 5-year-old already knows. Then you have your slide, which is pretty okay, I guess. It has this rough feeling like you are going belly first down a Kroger parking lot. Then you have your basic guns, your grenades, and special weapons. And the way to get this gear is through the trader, and you can upgrade these weapons with crystals. And the way to get these crystals is, I kid you not, a mining minigame. Now, I don't know why the developers thought this was a good idea. In my eyes, it has no purpose being in the game, but I will still explain it. You need to get the perfect hit on the crystals, which then you get this firepower to collect the next crystal you hit in one swing. The movement is pretty nice. You can yeet yourself off zip lines with the grace of a squirrel that just chugged a Monster Energy drink. Then you got your horse, or whatever mystical creature it is. You can summon this bad boy almost whenever, and it's not just for getting from A to B. You can cancel the mounting animation for a quick speed boost. The gunplay is meh. Nothing in the game felt powerful. It was almost like going to war with Nerf guns rather than powerful weapons of mass destruction. Even the weapons look a little generic. Pulling the trigger on some of these weapons just feels awkward. This whole first phase is just looting. You and your two buddies are running around like shoppers on a Black Friday, riding up to Vesper crystals, whacking them with your pickaxe, and popping open chests for guns and gear. Red crates give you weapons, blue crates give you shields and defenses. And it hits that lizard part of your brain that loves seeing shiny stuff pop out of a box. You are teleporting back to the base, upgrading your stuff, and feeling like a tactical god because you found a slightly better purple gun than the other guy. And for about 10 minutes, you feel invincible, and then the actual game starts. After that new game glow wears off, you start to notice some quirks. The game is built around a single mode called Raid, which kicks off with a 1-minute base setup. You can reinforce 5 walls or doors in your little castle. This sounds awesome, like you are about to pull off some 500 IQ defensive masterpiece straight out of a Siege tournament. In reality, it often feels like you're putting up cardboard to stop a train. The enemy team will eventually get rocket launchers and giant hammers that turn your fortress into confetti. It's not useless, but it sure feels underwhelming. Then there's the map size. For a 3v3 game, these maps are huge, while objective markers do a decent job of pointing you towards the action. You'll definitely have moments where you are just riding through the empty field with your team, wondering where the other 3 people on the entire server could possibly be. This has been a huge complaint from the community, while a lot of people saying the game desperately needs bigger teams to fill the space. A game can last up to 30 minutes, so it can feel boring when you spend just commuting to the next fight. And that brings us to the game's identity crisis. highguard has Siege base building, Apex's looting, and Counter-Strike's bomb defusal, but it has the commitment issues of a college freshman. It doesn't stick with any one idea long enough to make it feel deep. At launch, you get 1 game mode, 5 maps, and 8 heroes. That's it. For a live service game, it feels alarmingly bare bones. Like showing up to a potluck with just a bag of ice. It's no surprise a lot of the early Steam reviews were mostly negative, with many calling the game generic after less than an hour of gameplay. Everything you do in a match is basically foreplay for one big chaotic event. The Shield Breaker. This giant sword appears on the map and the quiet looting phase instantly turns into a frantic all-out brawl. It's capture the flag, but the flag is a massive glowing claymore, and instead of scoring points, you get to kick the enemy's front door down. This is where highguard's best and worst ideas smash into each other in a glorious explosion. The team that grabs the sword has their location marked for everyone to see. Their job is to haul it to the enemy base to shut down their shield. What happens next is pure uncut chaos. You have one player, the designated sword guy, slowly waddling to the objective while the two other teammates try to run interference. Meanwhile, the other team throws every single thing they have to stop them. You will see a fire warden call down a meteor, a stealth shotgunner pop out of the thin air for a flank, and probably someone just firing a rocket launcher in the sword's general direction. If the attackers make it, a giant siege engine teleports in, and they have to plant bombs on the enemy base. The defenders have to scramble to defuse, repair, and kick them out. This back and forth can create some truly epic moments. A lone defender clutching a 1v3, or a perfectly coordinated team planning all 3 bombs. But it can also be a frustrating mess, especially when the time to kill gets so low that fights are over before you can even blink. So, highguard. What's the final word on this free-to-play Frankenstein's monster? Well, the core movement and gunplay feel something. Highguard is going through some stuff, in the sense that most of the developer team have been laid off recently. I'm not sure if there will be a future or even any updates to this game anytime soon, or if it will even be taken down from the Steam store. Only time will tell. So I guess we can say that it's gonna be a whack from me. Let me know what you think in the comments. And if you made it this far, why not subscribe to see more Quack or Whack?